What's up, YouTube? Today we've got a really fast-paced Slayer aggro deck for you guys. I played it this weekend ranked, got 16 out of 25. It's not terrible. It's not great. I had gotten 11th place the last two weekend ranks. Thought I'd switch it up this weekend and, do bad. So this deck's, it's not top tier, but it's definitely playable in this meta. There's some really nice Divine Order cards in this deck. There's also 5 Genesis cards I'm going to go over real quick and tell you guys what you can replace to make this deck cheaper. We got Pyramid Warden. Of course, this is expensive. You can replace this with a Bronze Gate. It's also very, very nice. If you get any buffs off on the Bronze Gate, it's almost impossible to deal with. Swashbuckler, you can replace with an Athenian Archer. Easy. Out of its Misery, I actually ended up taking one of these out of the deck. It's a little bit slow in this deck. It's a phenomenal card. You can absolutely play 2 of in this deck. Wouldn't be anything wrong with that. You could even take both out and maybe put in a Deadly Arsenal. That's a core card that gives +2/+1 to one of your creatures. We've got the Scythe of the Harvest, which you can take out and put in a Blade of Sticks. It's basically the same card, 1 cheaper, 1 less damage. It's nearly as good, not quite as good, but it's a core card. You can get it for free. It's a common. And last but not least, we have the Master Tactician. This guy's hard to take out of your deck, also hard to get that image out of your mind. This guy, though, is protected. Roar, all other creatures, friendly creatures gain flank till end of turn. The fact that he comes down on turn 1 with protected, he's a 2/2, he is a Viking. This guy is just a good card. He's like $25 right now. He's kind of irreplaceable. You could replace him with something else, but it wouldn't be the same. All right, then in the Divine Order section here, we've got things like Volka's Captain, which is really nice. Equip a 1/1 Barbed Hook. If you're frenzied, give that relic +2 strength. So for 2 mana, you could drop this on turn 1. You get a 1/1 weapon as well. It's great. If you're frenzied, you get a 3/1 weapon in addition to a 3/2 for 2 mana. That's a phenomenal deal. I ended up taking out Volka's Discoveries eventually, put in Vicious Wrens. Same with Out of Its Misery. I took out one of these, put in an Overproof Brew. Let's see. You've got the Thundercallers. These were recently nerfed, but they're still good. At the end of your turn, if you're frenzied, give +1/+1 to your strongest Viking. He is a Viking. He can give this to himself. So you can always God Power drop this. It comes down as a 4/4. And then just keep spiraling. And then we've got our Tavern Brawlers with Blitz. Our Axemen with Blitz. You got the typical Shield Bearers for buffs. And then the rock star of this deck is Another Round. So Another Round, give a friendly creature +3/+3 for 4 mana. That's a decent deal if it ended right there. However, it also has give the creature at the end of your turn, if you're frenzied, give a random creature in your hand +3/+3. That makes this card unbelievable. If you can just drop this and get frenzied in the same turn, something in your hand is going to get enormous, and you can typically target that between a couple cards in your hand and know what you're about to get buffed. If you can get the Volknir Cavalry buffed, you're just going to win games. This is Blitz, Twin Strike, Armor 1, and if it comes down as a 3 mana 2/1 with these stats, it's an okay card. If this gets buffed +3/+3, it comes down as a 5/4 with Blitz, Twin Strike, and Armor 1. It is just phenomenal. That can get buffed either with Out of Its Misery. It can get buffed with Another Round, either by playing it on that card or by it being in your hand when it gets buffed. You can buff it with Shield Bearers. There's a lot of ways to make this card just unbelievable. So I definitely like this card as well. It's also a cheap Divine Order common card, so easy to pick up. So with that being said, let's dive in and take a look at some of the games from my weekend ranked. All right, we're going first. We don't need Volka's Discovery. Don't need the Swashbuckler going first. Or second, really. We don't need these things yet. Swashbuckler is nice to proc Frenzied if we have the Volka's Captain. Or a Thundercaller. Or another round. We can make better use of it later.
Get ready.
Alright, Master Tactician first every game. We're just winning every time we play it first. It's such a difficult card to deal with on turn 1. He can pop the Protect, but that's it. It gives us the perfect Tavern Brawler here. So he kills my Tactician. Maybe he buffs it with a Shield Bearer. There it is. But now we're going to have the Swashbuckler to kill off his 3/3. Ooh, he's going to trade off everything here. We still have a Master Tactician and a Swashbuckler. Ooh, or a Valknir Cavalry. Clears his whole board. I think it's better to get some creatures out on the board and save the Valknir Cavalry. And if he doesn't trade off his 1/1 into my 1/1, Valknir Cavalry is going to be able to kill that plus something else, hopefully. Get a nice 2-for-1. Also, next turn we've got Size of the Harvest. Spoils of War is an interesting card that I considered adding to this deck. I think it's definitely playable. I mean, it doubled the strength and health of the Shield Bearer. If you can double your strength and health of creatures, that's pretty good. Ooh, another round is really nice, but we also have the clear with Valknir Cavalry. Another round too tempting. I'm just going to go face. It's going to buff the Valknir Cavalry. And no matter what he plays here, we can just clear his board and not even lose anything. That Cavalry getting buffs is just unbelievably good. Maybe a Vicious Rend could kill my 5/5 here. So he gets a 3-attack Relic. So he's going to kill it off with the Relic next turn. But I also have Bronze Servant now. And Tavern Brawler. I could just clear everything he's got. And just go face with the 5/3. It's going to buff my Cavalry even more. Which is going to be pretty disgusting. It's now an 8/7 with Twin Strike, Blitz, and Armor. Damn. Oh, his is so cute compared to mine. It didn't do anything. He's gonna have so much Cavalry envy.
Get ready.
I basically just almost have lethal though. Not quite. Is it gonna buff the Cavalry again? Might as well throw out an extra card here just for fun.
Let's see how this plays out.
We never got to show off our Cavalry. He's gonna concede. Oh, he's fighting on. Oh, another round. His is not as good as mine was.
It's that time again.
All right, GG's. Ooh, it's a lot of captains. Don't need another round yet. Don't really need Swashbuckler yet, but I also don't really want 2 captains. Don't need Vicious Wren. Vicious Wren plus the Swashbuckler could have been nice.
Get ready.
Today, you face
Volka's
judgment.
Captain on turn 1 isn't terrible, but Swashbuckler and then Out of Its Misery is fine. If I get like a Cavalry, then GG's. I can just let him do whatever he wants and then murder everything next turn. I have 2 captains now. Might just drop one. Get ourselves a relic equipped. And if we need to do a little bit of extra damage, we can. Things like Out of Its Misery, Shield Bearer, another round. They all make this Volknir Cavalry just insane. And here's where we needed that 1 extra ping damage. Kill that thing off. It only takes 1 damage, which is nuts. Kill off a 2/4. Only takes 1 damage. Kill off the 1/3. Jeez. He needs Imperious Smite here. Imperious Smite could save him. Levy's not going to do it. That just gives me a perfect target for my Tavern Brawler.
To arms.
And then Volka's Captain. Could also just kill that. My Thundercaller. It's going to buff it back up, so not a big deal. Actually, I could just play the Tartessian Improviser here. Maybe I buff my Blitzer. Buffing a Blitzer is always nice. It buffed the Volka's Captain instead. Catbos is obnoxious, but we've got options to deal with that here. I'm just going to use Vicious Wren. Could have hit it with the Twin Striker, but
I can't do that.
he's dead at this point. Hey, it doesn't matter. Lights only board clear is gone. GG's. Going first against Sleep Deception. We don't need another round yet. Volka's Discovery is tough to keep. We can get rid of the Side of the Harvest. We definitely don't want 2 Volka's Discoveries.
Get ready.
Good luck.
The Tavern Brawler has Blitz. I think I'm just going to save it. I won't have a turn 2 if I don't draw something off the top of the deck. So, feels bad to pass, but let's just pass.
Get ready.
Passes right back. He's definitely playing some type of control. So, we can just go ahead and play Tavern Brawler. We saved our bag, and so now we actually have Sigh of the Harvest. Trying to see if there's a way to kill off my Blitzer and get it back later. So now I have many options for next turn. I still have my bag. I should get something back. And if I need the Sigh of the Harvest, I've got it. I can get back my Blitzer now, guaranteed. So let's sack the 2-1, which is going to come back as a 2-3 in just a second. And we're going to use the Sigh of the Harvest to get through the Bronze Gate. It's unfortunate that it didn't go the other way. Could have buffed the 3-2 that's about to hit face. That's alright.
Get ready.
This is pretty easy to break through. This way I don't lose any creatures. Yeah, if we Thundercaller and then kill it with the Size of the Harvest, and then go face. Yeah, he adds 1 bomb to the deck, but that's fine. Okay. So everything's on fire, and if it dies to fire, he gets to draw cards.
To arms.
So we can wake up our creatures that he just slept and do a ton of damage. It would also kill off the 2 creatures that would draw him 2 cards. They're going to burn up anyway. So let's just go face. And then wake everything up. He doesn't draw 2 cards. Now, I can buff one of these 2. Which happens first? Burn or the buff from the Thundercaller? I assume the burn happens first, which means I have no choice but to buff the Thundercaller. Otherwise, if I buff the other creature, I'll have a 6-3. Versus a 7-1, I think. Alright, I'd love to see Jason. Jason's super slow. Early in the game, playing Jason, all it's doing is thinning out his deck. It's going to be harder for him to draw the cards he wants.
At last.
Is there a way to kill the Pyramid Warden? Do we get back? Nope. No Blitzer. But if we play another round and God Power, we would still get the buff in hand. Having a giant Pyramid Warden or a giant Master Tactician would be really nice. Is it too slow? He'll be down to 8 health. I think it's fine.
Rages on.
And let's keep the 3-2 buffed here, because the other one's going to burn up anyway. And he could just trade off his Jason. So this will keep this alive longer.
What's the point of killing if you can't do it with style?
Toasted Peace is interesting. I could still play this God Power, and it's going to proc yet again. And here he's playing another Jason. Again, it's just so slow. It's stuffing more cards into his deck, making it harder for him to find the cards he needs. And just getting some junk legendaries. It's too early for Jason.
To arms.
Let's just keep whittling him down here. That's going to proc again. Let's get the Protected out. That way he can't just Rapture Dance or Hunting Trap.
You give stupid people hope.
Same deal applies. We get this back again. It's still got another round on it. He plays yet another Jason, which is his third mistake with Jason. He now has 9 extra cards in his deck that are probably not built for his deck to work well with it. I can do 5 damage. So the only thing that he might be able to do is play Demogorgon. Demogorgon would heal him if I play any creatures, so I could just not play any creatures. But I also have Volka's Captain, which will equip a 3 attack relic right now, which means I can do 5 damage. So even if he plays Demo and heals for 3, he's only at 4, so might as well play Volka's Captain.
This might be tricky.
Maybe throw out the Tactician as well. It's protected. Or even the Thundercaller. I mean, really anything. Thundercaller's nice and buff here. So at worst, he heals for 3. And he now has to deal with my Relic. He has to deal with both of my creatures. And he has to heal. Otherwise, my God Power just kills him. It's going to be very difficult to do all of those things. There's the Demogorgon. But we accounted for that. And now he's just dead. GG's. Don't need another round yet. Shield Bearer on the Tavern Brawler's fun. We're going first, though. Could just out of its misery the Shield Bearer on turn 1.
Get ready.
Yeah, we didn't get anything better.
Break a leg.
Alright. GG's. If I play the Tavern Brawler, it likely just dies. I can't kill his hog, so just God Power pass. Next turn we've got Falconer's Cavalry, and then another round on top of it the turn after. Pretty much no matter what he plays. Ooh. You don't want to do that. Playing a card from your hand and then just throwing it away. I'd let him throw away his entire hand to do another 9 damage to my face. Obviously, he'd have no cards left, and I'd have 9 less health. So what? He'd be dead. So I wanted to play the Volkner Cavalry when I could kill multiple things, but he's not going to play anything for me to kill. That's fine. Next turn, another round on top of that is going to be brutal. Don't think there's many ways he can kill this. There's a couple, but not many. to use like multiple spells. Or blitz something big and a spell. Is he going to play Captain? God Power Captain gets you a nice 3 attack relic. We get just another round here. This thing's going to be enormous. An 8/6 with armor and twin strike. We can just go face. Could even kill his creature here. I'll only take 2 damage. Prevents him from dropping any buffs. Wow, he's going to have to eat 8 damage. Wow, and he did. We've already buffed our Tavern Brawler, though. The damage with another round continues to spiral here. Another round is very powerful. He's got so little health. Normally I like to save a rend until you have lethal, in case there's a better situation to use it, but here he's pretty much dead. We're now threatening lethal next turn. Ooh, his own another round. Won't be very good. It's not going to buff anything in his hand. We can just drop a protected Blood Boil, God Power, go face. GG's. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. You can come check me out on twitch.tv/CopperPitch, where I play a lot of gods Unchained as well. And I will see you guys next time.